Loop 10, looking for. I spent around an hour wandering under the business administration building looking for a girl who might know what did Mai's ex-boyfriend look like. Before coming here, I have searched through Nong Mai's Facebook page to look for a suspicious man. But as expected, Nong Mai had never posted her photos with her ex. Most of the photos on her Facebook page are beautiful solo photos of herself. It wasn't easy to find a person who passed through my eyes for a few seconds. I sat down on the same bench where Art would choke on candy tomorrow. This is probably the time when everyone attends classes. If I wait until lunch break, I might see that person walking around here. Half an hour later, I started to see students walking down the building and talking loudly. I looked at my watch and saw that it was precisely 12 o'clock. Did you find her? Tall's voice called from behind. I was startled and shocked and turned around to see Tall standing, looking at me. Why don't you say something? I put my hands up and rubbed my chest. I still haven't seen that girl yet. It's hard. Though I really find her, I might not be able to remember her face. The best way would be to ask the answer from Mai herself. Hmm. Tall folded his arms. I'll try. I will also try to find an answer as well. I looked at the students walking in the same direction. Are you going to eat at the cafeteria? Yes. Take me too. Maybe we will find the girl eating, I said in an excited tone. Uh, Doll looks hesitant. I don't really enjoy eating there, but I can take you there. The food isn't delicious? I asked. No. Doll was silent for a moment. I usually met many ex-girlfriends there. I burst out laughing. The famous doll is afraid of meeting his ex-girlfriends. Why is that? Nothing is going to happen. No, it's just that Doll wanted waved his hand like he didn't want to talk about it anymore. Aren't you coming? Coming, I replied. Doll nodded and led me. I followed him, looking at his back and smiling like a crazy man. Doll took me to the cafeteria under the faculty building where more than half of the table had been occupied. I saw a space that might be a good fit, so I nudged him up and pointed in that direction. Doll, over there! Ouch! My long arm accidentally hit the folder in the hand of a young woman who walked over, causing the documents in her hand to fall all over the floor. Sorry. I keep saying sorry before reaching down to help that woman collect the documents. It's okay. The long haired girl sat down to collect the file carelessly. I could see her glancing up at me from time to time. When she dealt with all the documents, she and I stood up together. I'm so sorry, I didn't see you. I bowed a little to the woman as an apology. She nodded back. This woman looks so cute. If it was in the past, I'd probably end up asking for her Facebook. But I turned to see the real me standing there, looking with a simple expression I can't guess on his face. So I didn't dare to do anything more. I walked back to join Tol as before. That person's name is Namfa, a second year, the winner of faculty's star competition. Tol said in a normal tone. Good choice. Hey, I didn't mean to. I hurried to make amends. Don't be mad. Tall sighed. He probably didn't want to continue making jokes, so he continued walking. Tall took me to the table near a noodle shop, where a long queue of students was forming. I stretched my neck left and right, trying to scan the faces of every woman passing by. You sit here. Reserve a table. What do you want to eat? I'll bring it for you, Tall asked. Nah, I'll go buy it myself. I'll take the opportunity to walk and look for her. You sit down and wait. I pressed Tall's shoulder to make him sit down. He sat down reluctantly. What do you want? Fried chicken with rice. How man gadoy. Extra large. Okay. Before I go, I play one more joke. I'll be chicken rice. Tall looked at me with a confused expression on his life. What the hell? What? You haven't heard of the song Cowman Guy? Tall blinked at me saying nothing. Then I just realized that the song might be too old. It's the song sung by P. James. It's super popular. Never mind, I'll be back. I walked away from the table and raised my hand to scratch to relieve embarrassing jokes that aren't funny but stressful. I walked straight to the chicken rice shop, standing in the queue behind two students who were waiting to order food. I looked around with my eyes, getting tired from staring at this and that person for a long time. It is indeed hard. If I had found that woman and remembered her, it would have been as difficult as winning the lottery. I brought two plates of extra large fried chicken with rice back to the table. Tal put down his phone on the table and took the plate from me. Thank you. I will give you the money. No need. It's on me. I sat down on the opposite side. I think I failed to find her. Have you tried talking to Nong Mai? Tal shook his head. I tried, but Mai didn't tell me. She did report the assault, but I still feel like she's not safe. That's good. Let the police take care of it. But Mai told me that her ex is the son of an influential person, so I wasn't sure if this would be safe enough for Mai or not. Tal sighed. Mai needs someone to take care of her. You still want to ask Mai to be your girlfriend no matter what, right? I didn't mean to say what I thought, but it came out of my mouth. It's something I want from the beginning, if you don't object, Tal said harshly. Pretending to say that I asked Mai to be my girlfriend is useless, but actually you did it for your own sake so that you have a chance. No. Well, what he said is not wrong from what I really thought. Think about your future. That guy won't leave you alone. Even if you won't die in the next 2 days, you're not sure about the future. If you die again, and I have to come back like this, again and again, to investigate the cause of death, time after time, over 10 times until I find and fix it, it's not easy. Paul was silent. I know he was offended, but could not argue with me. So, what do I have to do to prevent you from coming back? As far as I know, you have to go on with your life so that I can stop turning back time, and the other is something I'm not sure it is right. But if it goes as I said when I was a kid, then we have to get married. I pointed to myself and to Tol. I like you, so I can marry you. However, you probably don't want to marry me. Therefore, the second choice has to be cut down. If you don't want me to bother you and interfere with your life anymore, all you have to do is keep on living and cut all risks out of your life. Do you understand? Saul scooped up the chicken and rice and ate and said nothing. By looking at his face, you know this kid is a refractory person. In his mind, he was probably arguing with me. But I can only hope that he will recognize my good wishes for him. My mission to find Mai's ex-boyfriend failed because it was time for me to return to the real world. I came back to the emergency room as Dr. Tin was now the same healthy and active as before. Tall is also a great encouragement for him, although he's grumpy all the time when I begged him not to ask Mike to be his girlfriend. But before he went to his class in the afternoon, he encouraged me with a praise. Don't overdo. If you faint again, you don't have to wake up again. Although it's hard to tell whether the sentence is expressing concern or cursing, at least he doesn't want me to overdo it. You're worried about me. How kind of you. Prepare yourself, my dear friend. Singh came and wrapped around my shoulder after I walked out of the dressing room. Two people from a mass accident are coming to the hospital with a severe head injury. You hear me, Dr. Tin? Yeah, I already knew what today's shift was going to be like. I also knew that one of the two patients Singh mentioned did not survive and the other patient would be carried into an emergency operating room to relieve intracranial pressure. Is there anything else? The rest have a place to go. That case is waiting for the ward. Another case is waiting to go to the surgery. Over there is waiting to go home. As expected of Singh, a soon-to-be medical teacher, he sure cleared the case quickly. Singh turned and whispered to me, Today, Can I take Nongpin to have some snacks? I remember the sentence from Singh in which I gave the same answer that I had given Singh in the previous loop. Why bother me? Go ahead and ask that bastard Gap. Singh laughed, then raised his hand to say goodbye to me and walked straight to the dining room. I looked after Singh and shook my head lightly. He is a competitive psychopath. Even when it comes to women, he wanders around flirting with other people's women. I never understood what he was thinking. What I was thinking is he likes the feeling of winning, which he was very confident at, as he was good looking and intelligent person. I felt pity for our little Gap that has become a toy for Sing. I understand the feeling of Gap because in the past I had been played by this four eyes psychopath. I went straight to the team who's on the shift, consisting of two girls who are externs and Nong Kung. Let's prepare for a severe head injury. Can the extern help me review the process of taking care of an accident case? And then the war began. I ran back and forth in the emergency room until I forgot the time. I remembered this shift. I would get myself covered in blood when tracheal intubation as one of the patients would spit out a huge amount of blood on my face. So I prepared myself for wearing goggles and a plastic apron. So everyone is saying that I was lucky to have protected as if I had known in advance. I want to answer so much that hell yes. Why would I let myself be covered in blood again when I already know? When I looked at the clock again, it was already past 3 o'clock. The chaos in the emergency room had gone down until only two patients left when I looked at the room proudly. This is the time when I can easily escape to enjoy the dinner. As I was walking towards the dining room, my phone rang. I picked it up and smiled widely when I saw the name of the caller. I immediately answered the call. What's up? 18. I went and asked one of my juniors. He said Mai's ex-boyfriend was probably a fourth-year engineer named Bass. Doll immediately went to the point without any introduction. Not too sure if it is him, but that guy said that he had seen him walking with Mai. An engineering guy? Do you have his Facebook page? Send it to me, I'll take a look. How great can this engineer be that he can't go to jail? I'll send it to you. If it is really him, how are you going to deal with it? Give me a moment to study the target first. If we get to know him well, there might be a way to scare him. I decided to turn to the residence room for privacy. But I think we don't have to do anything much. Just wait until the night after tomorrow. He's going to call you to talk, right? That's when I'll go out and help. 18. Law said in a monotone. Her ex wanted to ask me to break up with Mai. If I'm not her boyfriend, then he probably wouldn't contact me. I was stunned. Oh, yeah. I forgot to think that her ex wouldn't have a problem with Doll if Doll wasn't her boyfriend, which is what I want. But Doll's mind will only worry about Mai and will do nothing else if we let this matter go. We can come to a solution after that night. But that was the only chance I could confront him directly. I'll think about what we should do. Again, if I figure it out, I'll call you. I reached out to open the residence room door. Don't think too long, Pitin. We don't have much time. I know, and we'll try to figure it out tonight. I raised my hand and massaged my brows. Dong Tol, don't sleep late. Take care of your health and don't forget to take your medicine. Okay. Tall answered shortly and hung up. I walked into the bed area with a small kitchen counter. Getting tired of free food at the hospital, I picked instant noodles with spicy tom yum flavor to eat. While I was bending to take the noodle cup out of the shelf, I heard the door slamming loudly coming from the dressing room. I turned around in surprise as I didn't come into this room last time, so I don't know what happened. Really? Are you serious, Hia? Cap's voice came up from the dressing room. Hell yes! The second voice that followed was Sing's voice. I straightened up. Why do you have to steal other people's stuff? If you said that, then is Spin yours? Yeah! My ears came out so much that they almost came out of my head. Today, did Gap and Singh have a fight about Nong Pin in the dressing room? I didn't know it before. You have no right to stop me from flirting with Pin because Pin is not your girlfriend yet. Let her decide who she will choose. Yeah, but I came first. Things like who come first or later are not important. This bastard is indeed Singh. That time when he came to steal the nurse I was flirting with, it was like this as well. I heard another band and the door of the dressing room opened. Cap walked out with the most irritated expression on his face, then turned shocked once he saw me standing, holding a noodle cup. I gave him a dry smile to my poor brother. Gap avoided my eyes and walked out of the residence room, followed by Singh, who put his two hands inside his pocket. He looked behind Gap with a smile as if he was extremely satisfied with something. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I just happened to hear. But you still haven't quitted this habit yet? I turned to say it with Singh. What habit? Singh raised his eyebrows. Habit, like this. I turned to take out the lid of the noodle cup. I think it enough. I feel bad for him. Nong Pin is kind of into Gap as well. I don't feel bad for him. Singh turned and smiled sweetly at me. Because my target is not Nong Pin. Then Singh just walked out of the room handsomely, leaving me standing still with a boiling pot of water. I blinked while trying to understand what Singh said. Shit! I cursed. Nong Cap, you're in danger. End of Loop 10. Look for